Hi everyone, it's me again. I have some good news, my voice is back, so it will be less painful to listen my weird voice and for me less painful to record. Today's topic will be giving and receiving help to or no to a blind person on the street. This time I'll only limit myself to describe it on the street. First I will give my opinion about receiving a help. Sometimes I know my way very well, but people offer to help me out, so I don't say no for two basic reasons. One of them is, well, people would like to do something good in their day, no? And I say, okay, I will be their good deed for today. It won't harm me. And this way I meet some other people, some new people. And the second reason is also that I don't want to demotivate them to offer their help to some other blind people or visually impaired people with low vision only that could really use their help. So if I would nastily say no or weirdly tell them that no thank you, maybe they wouldn't try to help anyone anymore. So I do say yes. And well, there have been some issues and I'll speak about them afterwards. But I basically see these attempts as that they're with a good intention, and I understand that not all the society is trained to help us out. First of all, I personally didn't receive any training of many hours, so I have no clue about different techniques that could be used for me. So maybe the help I need is very different that would be useful for any other visually impaired person. What I'm trying to say is, even though the people would be trained, maybe we have different needs, even though we have the same condition, that we have sight issues. So we can't expect people to know exactly how they're supposed to help us out. Because also when I still had my sight, I honestly say I also had no idea how to help a visually impaired person or a person that would have epileptical issue or diabetic person or a person on the wheelchair. We just don't know it. So don't get offended if people don't know how to help out. And well, what I learned with the time is that I'm the one that has to say how I need to be helped. I was caught by surprise many times and some fun stuff happened. But now I do have my ideas how to handle it. And for the people that are sighted and would like to help us, I have two basic tips. It's very easy. First of all, if you want to help a person that can see, just come closer and ask, would you like me to help you? And if the person says yes please, then ask, how would you like me to help you? And the person will tell you exactly what's the best way to help them out. And if they say no thank you, well, just respect that the person wouldn't like to be helped. And that's very easy. I mean, it's actually very easy for you that would like to help us out. Well, to me several funny things happened, and they could also be dangerous sometimes, until I learned how to react in these kind of situations. One of the most recent adventures of mine, when I went from my home to pick up Lisa at school, and where there was a nice lady asking me if I would need some help. I really didn't need it, but for the reasons that I mentioned before, I said, okay, yes please, I'm going to this school that it's a little bit farther ahead. And there were some small poles of the height of maybe 1.20 meters, something like that. And the woman was worried that I would crash into the poles. There was no danger because I was obviously checking with my cane, no? But she wanted to prevent that I would crash into these small poles. So she started pushing me like the Hansel and Gretel did in the story The Witch to the Oven. She started pushing me with the left hand my back, and with the right hand my cane. I said, oh, could you please not push me, because I need to use my cane to be able to see where I'm at. She says, oh yes, and then she just moved her right hand to my back, and she would push me with both hands on my back. And I said, I really wouldn't like you to push me, please, it's dangerous, I could fall. and then she stopped pushing me, but she was very confused and she didn't know what to do. What I did is what I normally do. Can I hold your shoulder, please? What for me works the best is that I hold the person on the right shoulder with my left hand. So I walk next to the person, and if needed, if there's not enough space, I walk behind the person. So okay, then after some moments, we happily and luckily came to school. And I had some other issues that they also tend to, I think it's because of the instincts. They would grab my hand, for example, they would walk on my left and they would hold my hand with their right hand, they would hold my left hand, like you take a small child. I think they feel they protect me this way, but since I can move my hand like this all the ways, it's not a good option for me because it doesn't give me enough information where I'm supposed to go. So it happened before I would say, before I would ask the people if I can hold their shoulders, please. And what they tend to hold me also on my waist, like behind my back. They would just put their right hand on the right side of my waist, and they would have their arms behind me. I don't know why they feel that would be useful. That would be maybe useful to dance some jive or something. I remember those steps, but to help a person that can see, it really isn't useful, really not. Or at least not for me. I don't know. I'm asking you, friends, the one that are visually impaired. I don't know if it works for you. For me, definitely not. It just confuses me. And then I have hard time trying to get rid of those arms and to put myself behind that arm and to hold their shoulder. And well, I don't know if you have ever received any messages about funny moments, how people are trying to help us out. It also happens, yes. They grab us for our pants, for the sides of our pants. So before you know, you have your jeans all the way, or pants up to your armpits, and it's not the most pleasant feeling at all. So please don't do that either. But still, I am very thankful for all the help that everyone offers to me. I know it's always well meant, and well, the people just don't know how exactly they could help me out. And especially here in the area where I live, I have the feeling that it looks like that I'm alone on the street. But I know I'm not, because whenever I don't know, sometimes I do get lost. If I'm lost in my thoughts, if I get a little bit deconcentrated, if I'm not focusing on where I'm at, I still do get lost sometimes, and it doesn't happen more than 10, it doesn't pass more than 10 or 15 seconds, and a neighbor or someone comes out and they ask me if I would need a help, or where would I like to go. And I say that, well, that there are angels behind those walls for me, and they're just looking if I would need any help. And the other thing is, if it happens that, well, that no one appears, but it really almost never happens, I learned to go calmer on the street and with more self-confidence, and I stopped worrying that much if I will get lost again or not, or if there will be someone that I know that could help, that could take me to the school actually or not. And I'm more focused on the things that could help me out. For example, there's sometimes the wind that makes a special noise around some poles, and it's exactly the point that I sometimes have issues to know how to continue my way, because the sidewalk is a little bit different. So then I focus on that sound and I know where I'm supposed to go. Or sometimes the smell, for example, of the workshop where they change the oil in the cars. All this is helpful. So right now I am a little bit more self-confident. I tell to myself that I have gone the same way so many times. It will sound stupid, but that I could close my eyes and walk there. I don't need to close them now to have the same condition. But I tell myself that I have gone so many times the same way that I will go without any problem there. And I'm just encouraging myself this way. So this way my fears are away, and I can turn on all my senses that work at 100 or 150%, and everything helps, even the sounds of the birds, the smells, the cars. If I pay attention, I know in what directions the cars are passing by, so it also helps me out to know where to turn. and of course, as I said, the people that I meet on the street. And I have to be aware that I'm the one that has to tell them how to help me out. They can't possibly know it. Well, if you are sighted, I hope you will get the courage, if you see a person that is visually impaired, to ask them if they need the help. And if you're the one that you are visually impaired, keep in mind that you have to tell the people how they can help you efficiently, because it's impossible to know what exactly we need. I hope the video was useful for you, or at least interesting. You can always give us a like, and obviously share it with whoever you think could use it. I think in this case everyone could use it, the visually impaired people and the sighted ones. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you are informed about all the new videos that we are uploading here. And it's very easy. You just click on that delicious Slovenian dessert on the right top square that is called Kremšnita, and you will get subscribed for free. And please comment if you are visually impaired, what kind of anecdotes happened to you while you were helped by someone, or if you would like to help us, if you have any doubts. See you here next Thursday. Bye!